Are you ready to be entertained? Let's go!
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale, then you see the road. I'm out to my soul, and tell me the size whenever the smoke clear out of my face. And my picture perfect, do I look fine?
Nah, I'ma do my own thing.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale, then you see the road. I'm out to my soul, and tell me the size whenever the...
Welcome back, y'all. We are getting into Outlander. This is season 1, episode 11. Let's jump right into this. We have no time to waste. So, without further ado, let's jump into Outlander and find out exactly what the show has got to give.
Sing me
a song, alas, that is gone. Over the sea to sky. Sorry, girl.
Is there anyone else in here?
Earlywigs, Horny Gollocks. You only have yourself to blame for this.
I'm the one that warned you to pack your belongings and flee.
Just as the wardens arrived at my door.
It was Leary. She arranged the letter to tell me to go to your house. And she was there watching us as the wardens took us out. Jeannie told me where to find you in the woods and have made it common knowledge that you were under the full moon, dancing naked and burning effigies. You may not have killed Dougal's wife, but you definitely killed Arthur. And it wasn't witchcraft, it was old-fashioned poison.
I started with white arsenic a few months ago. Thought it would kill Arthur off before the child began to show.
And then you'd be free to marry Dougal.
Food for the watchers!
I'm married to James Fraser, nephew of the Laird.
And I'm King Arthur.
Surely King Arthur was more appealing than that slimy puddock.
What other witch were they talking about? Because they clearly think that she's somebody else, but who are they thinking that she is? Because they said, oh, there's the other sorceress. So who's the other sorceress? Or was it just because there was somebody else standing next to Miss Redhead herself?
We won't be here long. Dougal will come for us.
No, he won't.
Yes, he will.
Jamie said that Dougal told Colm all about your affair and the baby. Colm banished him and sent Jamie with him. No one is coming, Galus. How long do they mean to keep us here?
Till they kill ya.
Till the trial, of course. Lie near me. It'll be warmer.
She said, no.
I suppose getting burned as a witch is better than freezing to death.
Claire's like, let's go. I'm over this. Wow.
Make way for the accused! Move! Both standing before the church's court for the crime of witchcraft.
There were no familiar faces in the crowd. None of my friends from Castle Leoch.
Make way, please. I demand to be led into the proceeding. Is Edward Gowan, Your Honour, lawyer, former writer to the Signet, Edinburgh. The Witchcraft Act of 1563 was repealed by the House of Lords in 1735. I therefore submit that this entire trial is illegal. Here in Scotland, an accused witch is entitled to a defence lawyer at trial, as I therefore would like to offer my services in support of the accused.
Let us now summon the first witness. Jeannie Hume.
I laboured as housekeeper for Arthur and Galus Duncan for nigh on 5 years, Your Honour. That it was many the women that come to the door seeking love charms, amulets, talismans and the like.
Did you ever witness Mrs. Fraser in league with Mrs. Duncan?
Many times.
For the better part of an hour, she built a convincing case against us.
'Twas dreadful what befell that dear, sweet man. Would send the kittlings running from the house. Animals have a nose for these things, you ken.
So now we are to take the testimony of a cat. You were unhappy in your position at the Duncans' residence.
Right.
I was quite content there.
You inquired about a position at Castle Leoch, saying that you were underpaid and underadmired as a flatulent old scunner.
Oh.
And his wife to be a flibbertigibbet.
Was she a flibbertigibbet?
It's nothing more than the grumblings of a malcontented maidservant.
Get out of here, lady. Your outfit doesn't match.
My man and I had an ailing child, born healthy, but it turned puny and weak. We knew it was a fairy changeling. We placed it in the fairy seat in the hill and kept watch through the nixers.
This is when Claire went and grabbed the baby. I mean, that was very sad. But she grabbed the baby and the parents probably saw her.
Just before morn, we saw her. She took the child in her vile embrace and spoke strange spells over it. When the sun rose, my good man and I went to see, and there we found the changeling child. Dead. It was her who'd done the wicked deed, sirs. I know it in my bones. I am a healer, and I could not abandon a dying child. I was trying to save it.
Do not further incriminate yourself.
Claire, you know, we've had this discussion on the YouTube about Claire. And I feel like now I understand this character, so you have to bear with me because every part of me wants to scream and take my modem or monitor and throw it to the other side of this room, but it costs me a lot of money, so I'm not going to. But I understand why Claire is screaming that, you know, she's a healer and this and that. But does she not understand? Didn't I talk about, isn't Claire scared that she would be considered a witch since episode 1 when she was a healer and she was doing all these potions? She knows so much. I said, she think where the time is and she's a woman that they would think that she's a witch and she's still not getting it. And this let me shut up. Just know that I'm going to try my hardest not to go off. I understand the fandom. I understand that people understand Claire. I can't understand characters like this. I try my hardest. I should say I understand where her point of view is. I just don't understand why that character continuously is just digging a bigger hole. Digging a bit, like the guy is really doing good work. And she is just effing it up.
You have my deepest sympathy on the loss of your beloved child. Why did you not stop this woman from interfering with the work of the fairies? Isn't it true then that your fear and silence, when the fairies came, they could not complete the switch? At least you could take comfort in knowing that it was the changeling child that died, that your own child is healthy and living forever with the fairies.
Witness dismissed.
Ned's skill at turning an argument on its head started to show promise.
Shut up then!
I wondered what made them so ready to watch us burn, regardless of the evidence. They only wanted one outcome.
With my own eyes, I saw her standing in the battlements during a great storm. Her eyes, red as flames, with a look in them that would steal the soul from a man. And she leapt into the sky and flew like a great winged bird.
Oh my God, Claire! She will not stop. Put her back in the ground, please.
Colin sent you to help me.
Oh, no. In fact, he would not look favorably upon me being here.
Do you have something to do with my arrest?
No way. Colin? Claire she's not getting it, y'all. She's not getting it.
Pass me that flask.
You're pregnant.
He's a queer fellow, isn't he? That Ned Gowan. You still don't understand, do you? They mean to kill us. Drink tonight, Claire. For tomorrow our ashes will be scattered to the four winds.
Oops.
So Dougal you were after was position and money.
Oh, I had plenty of money. I managed to divert near on £1,000 over the last 2 years. I dream of our bonny Prince Charlie, a Stuart king back on the throne.
Oh, she's a Jacobite?
A bloody Jacobite. So it was politics that brought you and Dougal together.
Aye.
Quite aware that he's not exactly the most faithful man.
Do you think I mind?
God. You actually love the bastard.
No, I just got it confused. Colin is the lard. Laird. I keep saying lard and it's laird. Lard. He's the one in control. Dougal is the brother that he sent away. I sometimes I do get it confused. So Ned was saying that Colin did this, like put Claire in this. He has something to do with something, or he did. If he didn't have something to do with this, he probably heard about it and wanted nothing to do to help Claire out. He's turned to the dark side.
So Colin ordered him to go.
So sorry, Kalis.
Don't be. Don't you dare. Come the rising, I shall know I helped. Whatever happens with the examiners, I would do it all again. How about you? Do you love him? Your ginger-haired laddie, Jamie. Is his name you cry out in your sleep?
Claire.
You really are a witch. Now would be a perfect time to use your powers. Starling. You can always find them amongst more common birds. We used to go to Brighton in November. They would all gather there. Thousands of them. They'd be swooping and twirling in this kind of hypnotic cloud. Protect each other from the falcons.
According to witnesses, have been known to take wing.
Yeah, they never thought about, like, the people who are, like, burning these witches and throwing them underground like this. You never thought that witches would be able to get out of this if, I guess they weren't thinking about it like that. I don't know. I guess they thought witches were more like making people sick and stuff like that, not having these powers and abilities to knock this thing completely off its hinges, or hinges, I should say, and getting out and escaping from this hellhole.
From Castle Lear, Larry Mackenzie.
I came to her for a potion. To open Jamie Fraser's heart to my own. I was the one, you see, who Jamie was meant to marry, but she took the potion herself.
No!
It wasn't an actual potion. I was just trying to help her.
Claire is one of the... Let me not. I don't even have the energy.
That's nonsense. I didn't hex anybody.
Silence! Clearly, she's a jealous young lass with a broken heart.
Aye, and when I confronted her, she struck me.
She put an ill wish under my bed and then tried to seduce my husband. She fabricated a note from Mrs. Duncan summoning me, all the while knowing that the warders were coming to make an arrest.
You're Mrs. Fraser! You're an embarrassment to yourself! Call the next witness. His Reverence, Father Bane.
Ooh, Father Bane, he hates you, girl. Oh, and you cured that boy.
I knew when I first set eyes on Claire Fraser that you had welcomed the whore of Babylon into your midst.
Is this a trial or a sermon?
Who?
God to curse her malevolence and wreak his mighty vengeance upon her body and soul. And God answered my prayers.
You have made a prodigious mistake. When young Thomas Baxter was seized by Beelzebub, I administered the last rites. I abandoned hope. But it was she who determined the boy was ill from ingesting poisoned flora, and Claire Fraser did what I could not. Saved the boy's life. I failed Thomas Baxter. I failed you, and I failed God. I am no longer worthy to serve the good and holy people of this parish. Let me go.
It would take Satan himself to drive a man of God away.
They all just want to burn people. By the way, I had to say something, which is going to get me away from me being upset with Claire. I have to say that I feel like a lot, and not everybody, because you have to make a distinction, because somebody over here is going to start getting crazy. Not Patreon or YouTube. There's somebody, once I get this on YouTube, although I love my YouTube family, there's other people who don't know my channel, and they'll find this video, and they might disagree with me and then start saying something. Or even maybe somebody on Patreon might feel some type of way. Who knows? But I personally feel, not every person, that there are religious people that have more hate in their heart than people who aren't practicing. And I forgot, I was at work actually this week. Story time. I know, we're watching Outlander. But I was at work this week, and there's somebody who goes to church regularly. And this person is actually like the most this woman creates so much. She's an older lady too. She creates so much drama. She yells. The things she says at people is so rude and so mean. I actually get along with her. She has her moments, but she's like a practicing religion person, if that makes any sense. Like, she goes to church, I should say. So there was a group of people and they were all talking, and I don't know why they were talking about religion. I was walking past, and she goes, "Oh, you don't have God with you because you don't go to church on Sundays." Now, I don't know if she was joking around with the person or not, but as I walked by, I said, you could have God in you and not go to church. You don't necessarily have to go to church to have a belief in God or to be a good person. And some other people in there, and I actually looked when I didn't notice the group who was in the group, but I noticed after I said what I said, when I heard them saying, "Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I was about to say that." I started noticing that there were people in that group that do have faith and do love God, but they don't go to church. And what the point of this is that even in today's society, especially, well, I'll say in the United States, there's the hardcore, like the religious, they have not all, but a lot of hardcore religious people have so much hate in their heart for other people who they deem are not like them. And they want to do all sorts of things to them. And it's the weirdest thing because people who don't go to church, I find, are often so much nicer and understanding of others than people who are like go to church and watch it on TV and send money to the churches. And it's just weird because all these people are quoting about God and they all want to see this lady burn. All of them. It's insane.
I have done nothing! Mrs. Fraser, this court forbids you to leave this parish. After heedful consideration.
Your Honours, a momentary recess.
What do we do?
Girl.
We save one of you.
Neither one of us is a witch.
It doesn't matter what you are, it's what people think you are.
Are you my lawyer or my judge, Mr. Gowan?
I've tried, Mrs. Duncan, but you're beyond saving, and you ken it. Hate that she tricked you and drew you into her evil web.
What if I don't?
They'll burn you both. I'll give you a moment to think about it, but hasten, because this court awaits.
No, wait. There has to be another way.
Why are you here? You've been lying all along. Dougal knew it. Colin knew it too. That's why he hasn't lifted a finger to help you.
If I'm going to burn as a witch, I need to know I'm dying for something.
So tell me now, and this time I want the truth.
Growing impatient.
I need a moment.
No, I don't think that...
A moment! I came, and it was by accident.
So you don't want to change things or do anything at all, do you?
I just want to go home.
Nothing. It's really all.
Kalis,
I'm afraid I cannot delay the court any longer.
Looks like I'm going to a barbecue.
Mrs. Fraser would like to address the court.
Ned is so gullible. If you believe that she is going to put this lovely lady to the barbecue, as she stated, you got it twisted. That's not Claire. Claire has been yelling at everybody in this court this whole time. Now, I would agree with her not to throw her under the bus or barbecue or coal fire. But I feel like, I don't know Claire, what are you gonna do, girl? You've been shocking me this whole episode.
Mr. Gowan is mistaken. I have nothing to say.
Are you mad?
Maybe I am.
Thereby we pronounce Gillis Duncan and Claire Fraser guilty.
Burn the witch! Burn them both!
Question you had before.
Wait! You cannot do this!
I think it is possible.
What?
1968.
You will not speak before this court in that manner, woman.
I shall dance upon your ashes.
Let him go!
swore an oath before the altar of God to protect this woman. The first man forward will be the first man down.
This woman is no witch, but I am. No! I killed my husband, Arthur Duncan, by the means of witchcraft. She neither took part in nor had knowledge of my dealings, nor does she serve my master. I bear the mark of the devil.
What the villagers saw as evidence of evil was actually the scar of a smallpox vaccination. Galus was from the future, from 1968.
Run!
Claire, come now!
I am the mistress of Satan! I pledge my soul to him forevermore!
She's witchcraft! We have to leave now, Claire. We have to go.
You know what I hope? You know what I really hope? By the way, I feel like I'm getting an anxiety attack. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm getting really quiet because that was like horrible. And you know what? I just am starting to hate people. I really think I'm starting to hate people. What I hope that this would be a learning lesson for Claire. First of all, crazy that Miss Red Hair is from the future, 1968, right? Where are they? What timeline are they? What timeline are they in? Yeah, 1968. So I hope that this will show Claire, like, but it's not going to, because even in the moment that she's still screaming, but maybe after usually ripping her off, beating her, that maybe this will like make her be like, listen, like I need to maybe change the way I am to fit more into this timeline so shit like this doesn't happen to me, because she almost died. I doubt that's gonna happen.
Cuts. Not deep. I think you'll not be marked.
That a donkey?
I know there are things you do not wish to tell me. When you do tell me something, let it be the truth. And I promise you the same. There's one thing I must ask you, for your own safety, as well as mine. Are you a witch? I've often seen that scar on your arm and thought nothing of it. She called it the devil's mark. So?
I'm not a witch. After you hear the truth, then maybe you'll think otherwise. I've never had smallpox. I can walk through a room of dying men and never catch it. This mark is called a vaccine. And you've never heard of it. No one here has. I know about Jack Randall because I was told about him. I know the day he was born and I know the day he will die. And I know that he works for the Duke of Sandringham because my husband told me about it. I know about the Bonnie Prince, the Jacobites, the doomed cause. I know what's going to happen to the Scots. I know all of this because I'm from the future. I was born on October the 20th in the year 1918. That's 200 years from now. Do you hear me? Think I'm raving mad, don't you?
No, I believe you, Sassenach. I don't understand it a bit. Not yet. But I trust you. Whatever you tell me, I will believe you.
What's Jamie hiding? Because if somebody told me all that, I'd be like, you are a witch. Jamie, tell us the tea. Is he from the future?
It's a combat nurse. The British Army. It came pouring out of me like a cataract of water over a broken dam. I didn't realize how badly I needed to tell someone. Anyone. He didn't understand it all. But he listened.
We're trying to get back to the Stones, to your husband.
Yes.
And I beat you for it. I'm so very, very sorry. Rest now. I will not harm you. I'm here.
Do you really believe me?
I believe you, Sassenach. No, it would have been a good deal easier if you'd only been a witch.
Jamie's just like a really good guy.
Over the next several days, we rode hard. We were both determined to leave the castle and the trial far behind us. Jamie spoke repeatedly of Lallybroch, detailing the life we'd have together. Tried to imagine a life for us both. But I felt adrift, anchorless in a running sea.
Please no sex scene. Please no sex scene. Oh God, it's gonna be a sex scene.
Sassenach, you ready to go home?
Of
Yes.
course. I love it. Let's go home.
Take a look.
Did he bring her to the stones? It didn't look familiar, Claire? It looked familiar to me.
It's what you wanted. What you've always wanted. To go home.
Don't we just love Jamie?
It's your place.
This is it.
She's gonna touch it, but it's not gonna work.
The one.
I really didn't do anything. I heard this buzzing sound and I just touched the stone.
Clear.
She ain't going nowhere, Jamie. It's not gonna work.
Sorry, Liza. I stopped you. I should not have done so. I wasn't ready.
Aw.
Well, there's no use in waiting. I must part with you now. It's your own time. On the other side of that stone, you've a home there. The things you're used to. And Frank, there's nothing for you on this side. Nothing. Save violence and danger. I'll stay at the camp. To make sure that you're safe.
Jamie!
Girl, if you don't touch this stone.
Why?
It's not gonna work though. And she's gonna keep going like this. Ah! Ah! If she don't touch this stone after all this time, I would have ran. As hot as Jamie is, I want to go back home. Nothing's gonna happen. She's gonna walk up on him.
On your feet, soldier. Take me home to Lalabrock.
Oh, he's crying. Well, I have to say, Jamie is one of the best characters of any show that I've ever seen in all the shows I've ever reacted to or ever watched. He is the best character ever. He listened to this lady tell him all this stuff that doesn't even seem true. He then travels, not even telling her, all the way to the rocks that she wanted to touch. He brings her to the rocks. And then, as much as he loves her enough to let her go. He saved her again from her being burned alive, and he brought her to go back home and loved her enough to let her go. I didn't know the share goes back that far. He's a really good character. Like, beyond a good character. And then at the end when we saw him with the tears, I don't know, my internet wasn't giving me good quality with my my show that I'm watching. But he's just an amazing character. The second amazing character of this show, of this particular, well, so far I've loved him, was the guy was named Ned, right? Or is named Ned in The Lawyer. Amazing. You know, he did his best one. He knocked out such a great defense to help Claire. At the end, he was like, one of you guys gotta burn. I'm gonna save Claire. He really did try his best. And then when he realized, you know, that they were gonna take Claire and the red hair lady, he put up a fight to fight all of those people. He even went against his laird or lard, whatever. Can you pronounce it on the bottom, please? How do you say that name? Can I call him a king? Hair flip. But he even did that. So he's an amazing character. By the way, guys, you know my ADD is real. So can I just tell you a side story? My ADD is real. I just want to say that one more time. I have an Alexa, the big one with the screen. And it's literally right behind this camera. And this Alexa had the nerve and audacity. The other day I was talking about at work that because my back is hurting. My back is actually hurting right now. And my lower back has been hurting. And I have to go to the doctor to get a x-ray on it. So I started looking up those motor scooters. in there, and I showed people at work, like, I'm gonna buy this motor scooter and scoot all over this place. And right now, as I'm talking to you guys, I can see right behind this camera, the Amazon is showing me, it says keep shopping, and it has the motor scooter of the thing that I was gonna do. You know, the older people drive those things. That's what it had right behind the camera. And that is so disrespectful. As I'm trying to give you guys my honest review reaction, I saw the damn the older people, I don't know what they're called, the little scooter things. Child, that was the funniest thing. I was trying to hold in my laughter, but I was trying to ignore it, but it stayed on the screen for a while. Anyways, so Ned is a really good character. I hope you enjoyed that story. Ned is a really good character. After that, then comes the red hair lady. I loved that lady. She, like, you can see, so she's from the future, and so she knew that Claire was from the future, and that's why she was drawn to Claire, and then she put herself up to die, so she's not gonna be in the future. So how many more people are from the future that are in this timeline? And all history is being effed up. Like I said, I think you guys did tell me something or another, like if the show follows through like messing up timelines and stuff. But right now, if they did, I know you guys told me the answer already, I forgot. But if they do follow a timeline, history is dub. It is dub. I have to say something. And I know that the vast majority of the people that are gonna hear me say the next thing are going to type paragraphs and novels in the comment section. I know what I'm gonna say is super unpopular. So I just want you guys to understand where we're going. I want you to grasp it, hold on to it, but please respect my opinion, because I respect y'all's, but I'm just gonna say, and I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not gonna even sugarcoat it. And this is for currently right now. Claire has to be one of those characters that I do not like. I know. Which, burn him at the Patreon stake! Burn him at the YouTube stake! Which? I hear you. If you want me to take off my clothes now, we could do it. I do not like Claire. I don't like Claire. I know everybody told me Claire is a fan favorite. I tried for 11 episodes, and the vast majority of the time, once I got over the little hurdle with Claire, I was like, okay. These 2 episodes have made me not like Claire. I'm not saying the door is closed, but the door is starting to be pushed to be closed. She's a lot for me. She's definitely a lot for me. And I'm already preparing for another person to tell me I'm unhinged. And it seems like, this is what it seems like, because sometimes I watch my reactions because I want to know what other people see. You know, I do the reaction. I don't watch my whole reaction because that's like beyond a narcissist. But sometimes when people like quote certain things within the reaction, I'll go back and I'll rewatch that little part in its entirety, that part, to see if I be like, oh, okay. And believe it or not, almost 90% of the time, maybe 85% of the time, what people are saying in their critique of what I'm saying, I see what they're saying and I understand their viewpoint. That's why I go back and I watch it. Sometimes, I don't think I ever said this before, but now let it be known. But right now, Claire has done so much for 11 episodes by putting people in danger, by putting herself in danger, by messing up the timeline if they follow it. But she's done a lot of good, by the way. I just want to be very clear. She's saved a lot of people. She's done a lot of good things. I don't understand. The red hair lady died. She's dead. Claire was at the rocks. She saw the big rock in front of her. She waited all the way until nightfall to then head back down. Well, maybe she started walking slowly in her outfit. She has a husband on the other side of those rocks, worried about her, sick. Or where's her family, her friends? Who knows? She decided after 11 episodes that her love for Jamie, who she's known in a shorter time frame, Well, I mean, it doesn't matter how long the time frame is, right? You could fall in love with somebody like hardcore in a shorter time frame than somebody that you loved previously. Because I mean, I can understand that. But she decided to say bye to her husband or like whatever, and everything. She just decided no more. I'm staying with Jamie. It was cute. I liked it. For Jamie, I thought it was beautiful as like a love story. I was, by the way, I'm not really into love stories or love books or love movies. I don't really do the love thing. I don't even like the word love. So you can seek, okay, so whoever called me unhinged, I agree. I just, for me personally, that's not my niche, not my thing. So I'm just, when she said stand up, so I can't explain to you my feelings, but I just can't connect to this character. I hope that I can in other episodes. I do like her being within the show. Obviously, she brings a lot of different dimensions to the show. But if you guys were going to say, let's get rid of one character throughout this show, or no, because we need Claire in this show, obviously. I don't know. It's actually hard to explain. I think that this show was so dark in the beginning and it was so powerfully moving for me, and it made me get kind of like anxiety and shock and feels all sorts of things that I just have a lot of anger towards Claire. I don't know how to explain it. How about that? I think I tiptoed and tried to find a way. The basic thing is I don't really like Claire, but I hope that I do later on, somehow, some way. I think she was screaming at the thing. The guy's telling her, stop incriminating herself. She put all them people into danger. Her husband's over there on the other side. People are looking for her on this side, the killer. She's just like a very messy character. She's just so messy. She's a gorgeous lady. I want to be very clear. She does do a lot of good things. Her just messiness, she's so messy. And I know that people are gonna disagree with me. I know people are going to write paragraphs. I know they're gonna probably write a book about me, okay? This YouTuber, is horrible. But I can't be fake with y'all and be like, Claire I can't believe it. She's such a good person. Oh, she went back with Jamie. I love it. I love that she loves love. Jamie loved you enough to let you go, for you to go on to your life. You should have loved Jamie enough to not put him in harm's way, and for you to love your husband. Well, you know what? Let me digress. Because she has 2 husbands. She was doing this the whole time. I knew she wasn't going to touch the rocks, because I don't know how many seasons this was, but you know what I actually thought? I thought she was going to touch the rocks, and then she was going to end up in another timeline, and that we are now going to find, like, she would have started all over kind of thing. And I was like, oh, I wonder if they'll do that for like a season 2, though. But clearly not. She's gonna stay here in Scottsdale or wherever we are. And her husband's just gonna keep her. I hope her husband on that side just moves on with his life because his wife decided to choose somebody else. So there's that. Yeah, so please comment down below what you think. I'm sure a lot of people disagree with me. That's fine. I'm okay with it. Comment down below and we'll discuss it down below. I hope that will be a week because I'm exhausted to have this open dialogue about Claire. Claire is gonna be like a pivotal conversation point because I can't stand her. And I know everybody, people said she's a fan favorite. People said that they love her. I get it, I understand it. I see the comments on my YouTube with me putting on the Outlander. I get it, I see it, I understand it. So I know once I put this on YouTube and once the Patreon family sees it, I know we're gonna have a lot of dialogue. But it's fine. It's fine. At least you guys know this is a truthful reactor here. I can't feed you guys bullshit because I'm just not a bullshit type of person. But thank you guys for being here. Let's discuss Claire down below. And until next time, I'm off this.
You gotta choose a side. You gotta do what's right. Look, I ain't got no time to be hanging around. Nobody trying to figure out if they good or evil. I'm fighting the crime, 70 lives, one at a time. I'm killing the rhymes. I do it for the people. I'll be the fucker running through the 6 with a bag.